Now that it's 2023, FP Canada has released the Financial Stress Index, and it's looking pretty scary. It found that 38% of Canadians were concerned about money, which outranked their own personal concerns on health. Moreover, it found that 19% of Canadians were worried about work, and another 18% were worried about relationships. Oh, and if you thought it couldn't get any worse, 2 in 5 Canadians were less optimistic about the financial future than the previous year. And 1 in 3 Canadians say that financial stress is the cause of their anxiety, depression, and mental health issues. Okay, so how do you fix this? Well, it's actually pretty simple, and it just starts with making a budget. So how do you budget? Well, there's 3 steps, and I'm going to run you through each one. So the best way to start is by going through all of your sources of income. This means any money you receive from work or even your grandmother. And if you receive in government benefits, make sure to include this as well, otherwise it could throw off the calculation that we're going to do at the end. And if you're not sure exactly how much you get from work, take a recent paycheck and use this to figure out the number. So if you get paid bi-weekly, this means once every 2 weeks, take the number and multiply it by 2. If you get paid weekly, take this number and multiply it by 4. And if for some reason you get paid once every year, well, take the number and divide it by 12. And when figuring out your total income, don't forget to add the other sources of income that I mentioned earlier. Next is approximating your expenses. And while there's many articles written on the best way to do this, I found that just taking a recent bank statement and adding up all your expenditures is by far the best. And I'll be honest, if you haven't done this before, it can be pretty scary, especially when you find out exactly how much that you spend. Regardless, you can't control the past, but what you can control is the future. So make sure to use this number to improve your spending habits. Finally, once you have your total income and your total expenses, all you have to do is just simple subtraction. Take the expenses and subtract them from your total income, and you're done. Well, almost. You also must interpret this number. So if the number is negative, this is actually good. It means that you're spending less than you receive. But if it's positive, this isn't so good. It means that you're spending more than you receive. So cut back on how much you spend and you should be fine. And if you want to learn more about personal finances, stay tuned. But in the meantime, click here to check out one of my latest videos.